Hello everyone, today we'll be looking at functions. Programs consist of many functions. The main function here is where every program starts, and every program needs a main function. Every function needs a return value as well. Like here in the main function, we always return 0, like so. And this enables us to see uh, and find out whether our program is run successfully or not. And as I said, every function needs a return value, and when we require a function to return something, we always use a data type such as int, like the int at the beginning of the main function. And when we don't need a return value, we can simply write void. Like, for example, we can write void here. And let's go on and we will make an example of a function. So now to name our function, and let's just name it print name, and then we add parameters after its function, after we've named the function. And now we can go on and open the body of our function, and this is where we put our set of instructions, our code for the function to carry out. And when we want to use a function, we call it, and this term calling is just the term used for using the function basically. And let's just add some code to this function. I'll just make a simple statement and I'll say see out my name is Daniel, and then end the line. Okay, so now we've finished with our function, we can call it from the main function. So what we do when we call a function in a different function is we say print name, and then with the parameters, and then we add a semicolon afterwards, and this calls the function, and then it performs its instructions. Okay, so we have everything sorted out, but there's one problem. When we run this, we'll save it and then build it, we see that we have an error, and what we need to know is that our function must be declared before the main function, because when the program is running, the program goes line by line and it compiles line by line, so it won't recognize the function because it hasn't seen it before. So for example, when the program's running, it will go from line 1, it will say include IOStream, okay, yeah, we'll include that, and it'll go straight to line 3 and say using namespace blah blah blah, and it'll go to the main function, and then it will see this function and it will say I haven't seen that before. That's why it says use of undeclared identifier, because we've declared print name after the main function, it hasn't got to that bit yet, so we can't use it. So what we must do is we have to take our function and we have to copy and paste it above our main function. And what this does is it gets rid of the errors, because the function has actually been declared before the main function. So this is valid basically. So let's go ahead and run this, and voila, my name is Daniel. There we are. But there is another way of getting around this problem, and it's called function prototyping. And this is basically where, wait, let me just put this back where it was. So this is basically where we copy the function name and place it above the main function. And when the compiler sees it, it will see that we've actually created a function. So it will go through the code and find that. So it will find that this function, and then it will go through the code, and then it will remember that function actually exists before it gets to this bit in the main function. So the way of doing this is saying void print name and followed by a semicolon. So to test this, yep, we have no errors, and then we can go ahead and run it, and there we are. It's been called from the main function, and then the instruction or the statement is followed. So there we are, and that is the main things to do with functions. And I hope you gained a bit of knowledge from this, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Thank you for watching.